Hello, welcome back. Wanted to do a quick reading using the Shadows of Light deck by Haley Clare. Love, the Mandala, and Balance, the Juggler. Card number 23 and 24. As with all things, everything takes balance. Even in the space of love, you can love and over-love, and sometimes you kind of sell yourself short there, right? So you want to make sure that in any situation that you are being loving, but finding the balance within that and letting other people be responsible for their own choices. We don't want to be an enabler. I know sometimes being in love situations can seem like it's a lot of chaos happening, but if you do find that balance within those relationships, you can kind of lessen the chaotic feelings and situations. Sometimes we have to take a step back in order to really see what it is that is going on around us. Sometimes our place of love will kind of cloud our judgment as far as what's important in that situation. So again, you always do want to take a step back whenever you are making decisions. Never make decisions based on emotion. You always want to have a balanced outlook when you're making your decisions, right? And then we've got the challenge, opposition. Just like I was saying, there may be some opposition in those decisions, and sometimes people will want you to make decisions going against what you truly believe. And it's important that if you are getting advice or recommendations from others, that you take account into what is right for you. A lot of times people will frown upon what they see as enabling another person. But if you know what the circumstances are and you know what those circumstances require, you want to trust what's within you beforehand. But again, as I said before, you do want to take a step back and make sure you're not being clouded by your emotions of love, and just make sure that those decisions that you're making are based on what you truly believe is appropriate for the situation. Always consider the things you're being told, of course, but you're the one that has to live with your decision, right? So in taking responsibility in that decision, you're going to have strength, and many times have that heart of a lion and have the strength it takes to decipher if this is your decision, is it somebody else's decision, is it the best decision, and then once you make that decision, stand strong in that decision. Just because you make a choice and it feels horrible doesn't mean it was the wrong choice. Sometimes the hardest decisions that we make are not going to make us feel really good about it. For example, if you're in a dysfunctional relationship, or maybe even a nice narcissistic dynamic, for your own sake and your own longevity, you're going to have to walk away from some relationships if they're just abusive. And in making that decision to take that step away and to leave that situation that is abusive, it's going to take strength in holding on to that decision, because you know that it is the best decision. A lot of times it's really hard, when you love someone as much as you do, it's really hard to stand strong in that strength. Or even if it's not even love related, if it's a choice that you have to make in between two different paths, you'll want to go ahead and go over all of the facts. You may love one path more than you do the other path, but is it providing you with a balance? Right? You've got to look at the challenges and the oppositions on either path in order to figure out which path is right for you. And then again, once you make that decision, have the strength in that decision, because sometimes our choices are not going to be welcomed or honored or appreciated by others, especially when you're setting boundaries for yourself in the way that people are allowed to treat you. When you have strength, that inner strength to make those boundaries, other people who don't who are not benefiting from you anymore are going to fight against you even harder now. And they're going to say things to you that are just hurtful, and hoping that they're going to change your choice that you made. I just noticed that that wasn't even in the picture anymore. So you'll always have to stand in strength when you make your choice. And again, if you want to reconsider your choice later because now you have new information or something, or a different choice makes more sense for you, by all means do that, but make sure that you are not harming yourself in the process, okay? You do deserve love, and you do deserve to be treated with respect. The symbol of the lion heart is also having bravery. Sometimes challenges is going to test your bravery in that situation. You've got to have balance in love, regardless if it's a path or a person or an option or an opportunity. There's got to be balance there. Opposition will always challenge you. Every single time. That's what it does. It makes you have to really decide on if your decision is the decision for you. It's not always a bad thing, opposition. Provides growth. It can strengthen you. Like if you're a sensitive person and you want to strengthen your skin, such as like having a thick skin, sometimes you can use those challenges and oppositions in order to thicken your skin. If that's something that you want to do. If you want to continue to be sensitive, that's up to you. That's your choice. You got to do what's best for you. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the reading there just because the cards are not wanting to come out anymore. Oopsie. Reciprocity, effort, and cycles. This kind of confirms everything that I was saying just before. As far as having that I don't know why I can't say that word right now. Maybe I'm not getting the that I so need. I'm going to skip it. And then we're going to make that effort to make those choices in order to break those cycles that we may be in. Perhaps there is just a cycle that each generation keeps going over and over and over again, and we've got to make that effort to break those cycles. Maybe it has nothing to do with ancestors or our family upbringing. Maybe it's something within ourselves, and we keep making that same choice over and over and over again, and we've got to break that cycle. And again, that's going to take strength to do that. We have to do what's right for us, because if you are able to do what's right for you, you'll be able to help so much more later. More so than what you are now, because right now, if it's not a healthy environment or a healthy situation, your efforts are just going to go down the drain. If you're not getting back what you put in, your efforts are going to go down the drain, and you're going to keep feeling like you're on this hamster wheel over and over and over again, because there's no balance in your love situation, right? It's a challenge. It takes more strength to be in it than it does to separate from it and just break that cycle. Sometimes we have to take that step back in order to break the cycle. And then that way we can always come back to that path and be of more use and help than if we had stayed on it and it would have destroyed us. With that said, I hope that this was useful to you and helpful. Take care and make it a great day. Bye.